Hi, I'm Sangeeta Krishnan and I welcome you on behalf of Jagan Josh to this week's video. So this week we'll be covering G7 Summit as our topic. The 44th Summit of the Group of Seven, which was held from 8 June to 9 June in Malbaie, Quebec province of Canada, ended in complete disarray with US President Donald Trump blasting off host Canada and abruptly retracting his support from the joint statement signed by every nation in the group. The summit was overshadowed by differences over trade tariffs and calls to readmit Russia by United States. The US President left the summit early as he had to head to Singapore for his historic meeting with the North Korean leader. So let us understand what is G7. G7 is a group of 7 most industrialized, developed and advanced economies of the world. The group comprises the United States, the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Canada, Italy and Japan. Russia had become a formal member of the group in 1998, making it G8. However, Russia was suspended from the group in 2014 following its annexation of Crimea in eastern Ukraine. The G7 Summit is an annual event where the G7 leaders come together to discuss burning issues from around the globe. So now that we've understood what is G7, let us understand what is G6+1. The term has been floating around a lot recently, especially since the recent summit. For that, we have to understand that Trump's America First policy has led to policy decisions that have angered even the closest of US allies. Trump infuriated Canada and European Union members of the G7 by imposing trade tariffs on steel and aluminium imports and pulling out of a deal to monitor Iran's nuclear capabilities. In fact, on the eve of the summit, Trump blasted off Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and French President Emmanuel Macron for their trade tariffs on the United States. Trump also refused to endorse the joint statement that was meant to be issued on the end of the summit. With Trump's isolation from US allies, the G7 has been built to be G6+1 with the United States on the outs for the very first time. So now let's understand what is the tariff issue. On 1st June 2018, the United States imposed 25% tariff on steel and 10% tariff on aluminum imports from Canada, European Union and Mexico. Trump said that the move would protect domestic producers that were vital to US security. Trump feels that the United States has been taken advantage of for decades. In retaliation, the European Union announced tariffs on US goods ranging from Harley-Davidson motorcycles to bourbon. Canada and Mexico are also planning to retaliate to the action with their own tariffs. Coming to the joint statement, despite Trump's withdrawal of support from the joint statement, the communique was released with the other G7 leaders agreeing to cooperate in the following areas. First and foremost is investing in growth that works for everyone. The leaders resolved to work together to stipulate sustainable economic growth that benefits everyone, in particular those most at risk of being left behind. Second is preparing for jobs of the future. The leaders resolved to ensure that all workers have access to skills and education necessary to adapt and prosper in the new world of work brought by innovation through emerging technologies. Third is advancing gender equality and women's empowerment. The leaders recognize that gender equality is fundamental in the fulfillment of human rights and is a social and economic imperative, and that equal access to quality education is vital for empowerment and equal opportunities for women and girls, especially those living in developing nations and countries struggling with conflict. In line with the same, Canada, along with European Union, Japan and World Bank, announced an investment worth $3.8 billion Canadian dollars for the education of women and girls living in crisis situations. Fourth is building a more peaceful and secure world. The leaders resolved to work together to counter terrorism and agreed that foreign terrorist fighters must be held accountable for their actions. The leaders also agreed to address the issue of use of internet for terrorist purposes. They also urged Russia to cease its destabilizing behavior to undermine democratic systems and its support to the Syrian government. Fifth is working together on climate change, ocean and clean energy. The leaders collectively affirm their strong determination to achieve clean environment, clean air, clean water and healthy soil. So with this, I conclude my topic for today. Please like and comment if you like our video. You can also visit our website www.jaganjosh.com and download our Jagan Josh Current Affairs app to stay connected.